What's good, Vikings Nation? Skol. Baby, it's time to get hyped because the NFL just dropped a Christmas Day bombshell. Our Minnesota Vikings are hosting the Detroit Lions on December 25th, 2025, in a Netflix-streamed NFC North slugfest. This ain't just any game. It's a chance to crush our rivals on a national stage and maybe unwrap a division title under the US Bank Stadium lights. Can you feel the energy already? Last season, the Lions stole the NFC North crown and the number 1 seed in Week 18, leaving us with a bitter 14-3 record and a number 5 seed. But this year, with J.J. McCarthy back from injury and Justin Jefferson ready to torch defenses, we're coming for revenge. The Lions have won the last 5 matchups, including a 31-9 beatdown last year. Ouch. Are we letting that slide, Vikings fans? I don't think so. Stick with me for 10 electrifying scenes as we break down this Christmas Day clash, dive into the 2025 season updates, and get you pumped for what could be a playoff-defining moment. Will McCarthy outshine Jared Goff? Can Jefferson dominate Amon-Ra St. Brown? Drop your predictions in the comments, and let's dive into the Vikings news that's got us all buzzing. The Vikings-Lions rivalry is pure fire, and this Christmas Day game is set to be an instant classic. Minnesota holds an all-time edge, 80-45-2, but Detroit's recent streak has us itching to flip the script. Hosting at US Bank Stadium for only the 3rd time on Christmas, last done in 1989. This game kicks off at 3:30 p.m. Central Time, and the whole world will be watching on Netflix. Who's ready to see our boys in purple make a statement? Last season, Detroit's high-powered offense, led by Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Jahmyr Gibbs, ran all over us in Week 18. But don't sleep on our squad. With Kevin O'Connell's play calling and a revamped defensive line, we're built to protect McCarthy and let our playmakers shine. The question is, can our defense, which ranked 2nd in the NFL in DVOA last year, shut down Detroit's attack? What's at stake? Potentially the NFC North title or a higher playoff seed. Last year, both teams were playoff-bound, but Detroit edged us out for the top spot. This time, with home field advantage and a chip on our shoulder, we're ready to rewrite the narrative. What's your score prediction for this one, Vikings Nation? Let me know below. J.J. McCarthy's return is the talk of Vikings news, and for good reason. Our 2024 first-round pick missed his entire rookie season with a torn meniscus, but he's back and ready to lead in 2025. Kevin O'Connell has been cautious about naming him the starter, but all signs point to McCarthy taking the reins from Sam Darnold, who's now with Seattle. This kid's got the tools, poise, arm strength, and a knack for big plays. McCarthy steps into a dream situation, throwing to the best wide receiver on the planet, Justin Jefferson, and a rising star in Jordan Addison. Last season, Jefferson and Addison combined for 2,408 yards and 19 touchdowns, outpacing Detroit's St. Brown and Jameson Williams. With T.J. Hockenson back at tight end, our offense is stacked. Can McCarthy handle the pressure of a Christmas Day spotlight? The Lions will test him early. Their secondary, led by Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch, is one of the league's best. But if McCarthy can stay composed and lean on his playmakers, we could see a breakout performance. What do you think? Will McCarthy light it up in his first big start? Hit the comments with your take. Justin Jefferson is our X-factor, and he's about to remind the NFL why he's unmatched. Head coach Kevin O'Connell called him the best wide receiver on the planet ahead of our international games in Dublin and London, and JJ's ready to prove it. In 2024, he racked up over 1,400 yards, even with Darnold at QB. Now, with McCarthy, the sky's the limit. Detroit's been crying to the NFL about Jefferson, proposing rule changes to stop automatic first downs on defensive holding calls because JJ puts their DBs in impossible spots. According to NFL ref stats, the Vikings led the league with a +32 rating on such calls, thanks to Jefferson's ability to draw penalties. Detroit, dead last at -26. Good luck covering him, Lions. This Christmas, expect Jefferson to feast. With Jordan Addison stretching the field and Hockenson working the middle, Detroit's defense will have to pick its poison. Will JJ drop 150 yards and a couple of TDs? Drop your bold predictions in the comments, And let's see who's calling it right. The Lions are no slouches, and we've got to give respect where it's due. Jared Goff is coming off a 15-win season, throwing to Amon-Ra St. Brown, who had 1,500 yards in 2024. Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery form a lethal backfield, and Detroit's offense averaged 29 points per game under former OC Ben Johnson. But Johnson's gone to Chicago, and so is DC Aaron Glenn, now with the Jets. Will that shake things up? Aiden Hutchinson's return from a broken leg is huge for Detroit. He missed both Vikings games last year but led the team with 11.5 sacks in 2023. Our revamped O-line with new starters like Cam Robinson will have to keep him in check. If they do, McCarthy could have all day to pick apart Detroit's secondary. Who's got the edge in the trenches, Vikings fans? Detroit's still a Super Bowl contender, with oddsmakers projecting 11.9 wins for 2025, per ESPN. But we're right there with them, and this Christmas game could swing the NFC North race. Are we stealing this one at home? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments. TJ Hawkinson's return adds another layer to this rivalry. The former Lion, traded to us in 2022, is back after missing most of 2024 with a knee injury. In his last full season, he had 95 catches for 960 yards, and he's itching to stick it to his old team. Facing Detroit on Christmas? You know he's circling this one on his calendar. Hawkinson's presence gives McCarthy a reliable safety valve and forces Detroit's linebackers to respect the middle of the field. Pair that with Jefferson and Addison, and our passing game could be unstoppable. Last year, the Lions struggled against tight ends, allowing 7.2 yards per target. Can Hawkinson exploit that weakness? This game's personal for TJ. Imagine him hauling in a game-winning TD in front of the Lions bench. Vikings Nation, are you feeling a big day for Hawkinson? Drop your stat predictions below, and let's get this hype train rolling. Our defense, led by Brian Flores, is ready to bring the heat. In 2024, we finished second in the NFL in defensive DVOA and EPA per play, with Jonathan Greenid and Andrew Van Ginkel combining for 21 sacks. Add in 2024 first-rounder Dallas Turner, who's poised for a breakout, and we've got the pass rush to rattle Goff. Can we make him uncomfortable? Detroit's offense is explosive, but they're not invincible. Goff threw 10 picks last year, and our secondary, with Byron Murphy Jr. and Josh Metellus, loves to feast on mistakes. If we can force a turnover or two, US Bank Stadium will erupt. What's the key to stopping Detroit's attack? Vikings fans, share your game plan in the comments. This Christmas Day showdown could come down to our defense making a stand. With the home crowd roaring, I'm betting on a big sack or pick to seal the deal. Who's your defensive MVP for this game? Let me know below. The 2025 schedule is brutal, and this Christmas game is just one piece of the puzzle. We're playing back-to-back international games in weeks 4 and 5, facing opponents in Dublin and London, per Vikings.com. That's 19,319 travel miles, the 13th most in the NFL, while Detroit gets off easy with just 11,411. Will the travel wear us down by week 17? Our early season tests include a potential opener against the Steelers in Ireland, per SI.com, and a gauntlet of NFC North battles, with the Lions, Packers, and Bears all projected to win 10-plus games. Every divisional game is a war. How do we stack up in this loaded division, Vikings Nation? This Christmas clash could be a playoff preview. If we're battling for a wild card or the division crown, a win here sends a message. What's our record going into Week 17? Throw out your predictions in the comments. Vikings news is buzzing about our playoff potential. Last season, we went 14-3 but flamed out in the postseason. With McCarthy, Jefferson, and a top-tier defense, 2025 feels like our year. Oddsmakers have us at 9.5 wins, but I'm calling 12-5 with a deep playoff run. Who's with me? The NFC North is a bloodbath, with Detroit projected at 11.9 wins and Green Bay at 10.5, per ESPN. But we've got the talent to match them. Jefferson, Addison, Hawkinson, and a nasty D-line make us a nightmare matchup. Can we reclaim the division crown? This Christmas game could be the turning point. A win over Detroit on national TV sets the tone for January. What's our ceiling this season, Vikings fans? Super Bowl or bust? Drop your hot takes below. Let's wrap this up with pure Skol energy. This Christmas Day battle against the Lions is our chance to show the NFL who runs the NFC North. With J.J. McCarthy slinging it, Justin Jefferson balling out, and our defense bringing chaos, I'm calling a 34-27 Vikings win. Who's got a bolder prediction? Vikings Nation, we're building something special in 2025. From Dublin to London to US Bank Stadium, this team's ready to make history. But I need your energy. Drop your thoughts, score predictions, and hype in the comments. Let's flood this video with purple pride. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our Vikings news updates. Share this with your fellow Skol brothers and sisters, and let's pack US Bank Stadium with noise on Christmas Day. Skol Vikings. Let's go get that W.